Ram Ram Dosto, my wife is about to try some classic Kiwi dishes that I used to eat growing up. You're used to like complex and aromatic flavors of India, right?
Yeah.
So let's start with our most complex flavor. This is the dreaded Vegemite. Either you love it or you hate it. Let's find out. All right, just dig in.
What is it exactly?
It's like the leftovers from producing beer. They make it into this spread.
Doesn't sound good. Smells like rotten, unsweetened chocolate.
Karl, try it.
It's so salty.
Yeah. It's good, no?
Disgusting.
That's the same reaction Obama had.
Oh.
I can smell it in her breath right now. Like, it's that potent, this yeast spread. Okay, so the trick of Vegemite is eat it in small moderations. Now, I'm gonna cook you some food which involves Vegemite because this is just a classic Kiwi flavor, classic Australian flavor. And let's see if we can make you like it, okay? The first two dishes that I'm gonna make for her both involve Vegemite.
Oh no.
And the first is, this is called a mouse trap. And it's just a piece of bread with Vegemite and then topped with cheese, okay?
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
So easy to make your food, eh?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I would make as a kid, right? Like, this is the extent of my cooking skills.
Like we would have parathas or at least like
Indian
roti.
food is very complex and complicated.
Yeah.
What I'm making for you here is stuff that we'd eat as kids, okay?
Doesn't look good. Lots of cheese.
Yeah, you need a lot of cheese. And this is not the expensive stuff. Cheese is so expensive in New Zealand, so this is the cheap, tasty cheese from the supermarket. Okay, babe, here we have our mouse trap. It's bread, Vegemite, and cheese, and then baked in the oven.
Much better than eating Vegemite on its own.
Ain't it?
Okay, this is good. But did you say this was your favorite thing to eat as a child?
Yeah.
You
I
had it.
lived on this. It was like so simple, so I could make it whenever I wanted to eat something buttery and cheesy.
Would you prefer this or parathas to breakfast now?
Oh yeah, I definitely prefer Indian food over this.
Well, this is quicker and easier to make.
Indian food's so complex and takes so long to make. This I can make in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And cook in 5 minutes.
I might start liking Vegemite now.
See, she likes anything salty. She loves salty food. Now I'm gonna make you what I used to get for lunch every single day, okay?
Okay.
It's called a Chippy Sandwich. Can you imagine what goes into a Chippy Sandwich?
Chips.
And...
What?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
You put Vegemite in everything.
Yep. Then we put on chicken chips.
Chicken chips.
Chicken chips. These are chicken flavored chips. And you just put it just like that. It's exactly what it is. It's a chippy sandwich. We used to roll it in half like that. Look, it's so ugly. Sorry about the presentation, but here's your chippy sandwich. Make sure you get some of the chips when you bite.
Okay.
What's wrong with this?
I'd rather have the chips alone. You like it?
Yeah. So you didn't like the chippy sandwich?
No.
You don't want to have this for lunch?
No.
What would you rather have for lunch?
Rajma chawal.
Is that what they gave you in India every day?
Not every day, but I had like rajma chawal, chole chawal, parathas, or sometimes there'll be roti sabzi.
I had this, and I had a chocolate vigor. It was like a chocolate yogurt. That was my lunch like every day. Like, I'm a creature of habit. I don't like changing things, so I just stick to this every day. But let me show you what I'd buy if my parents actually gave me some lunch money. It's just spaghetti. The spaghetti here. I've warmed it up a bit. You put it on half a bun. And now we have a spaghetti bun, but we're gonna put it in
the oven
and cook it. What were you allowed to eat like as a school kid? Would you have had something like this in India?
Yeah, we had school canteens, and the two most popular things were samosa and aloo patty. Aloo patty is like the Indian version of pie, except instead of meat, we have mashed potatoes with spices.
And what would your dad let you eat as a kid growing up?
Oh, he was very strict with like packaged food and stuff. So we were not allowed to eat Maggi, no ketchup, no chewing gums.
Oh.
I have tried this before at a bakery and I liked it, but I'm not sure about this one.
My cooking skills, as you can see, people, hasn't progressed since I was about 10 years old.
Same. No.
You don't want this?
No. It's just like boiled spaghetti dipped in tomato ketchup?
Yes, literally.
No. The other one I had at the bakery had like more vegetables and a bit of like oregano and stuff. Yeah, I think if you put salt, oregano, black pepper, it'll make it better.
That's what Indians do.
And some garlic.
Add spices.
And ginger.
Add spices and flavor to everything.
But it will make it better, I bet.
All right, second to last dish. Babe, this is called Kiwi Dip. It is reduced cream mixed with onion soup mix.
Okay.
And a tiny bit of vinegar. And this is what we'd have like at a party. You just dip these chips in and enjoy the flavor. And then you just, whoa, spilled it. Then you just spill it and you just mix it. This is the easiest dip in the world.
So the difference that I mainly noticed here was in India, most of the ingredients are like raw and we cut them and then use them. Here it's like everything packaged and you just put them together and you call it cooking. It's not cooking, it's mixing.
Yeah, that's why I say Indian food is so complex and also like time consuming. It takes a lot of time to make Indian food.
True.
But it's also a lot healthier and it follows principles like Ayurvedic principles as well. So it's extremely healthy. The stuff that we eat at home. I'm not talking about the stuff you'll get in Indian restaurants here in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So we're meant to cool this down for half an hour. So it goes a bit hard, but you can just try it and you'll get the flavor.
Okay. Should I just try it with the chips?
Yeah, exactly like
How
that.
much?
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's yum, no?
Yeah. But I would add spring onions to it.
I don't know how much of the stuff that I showed you is actually kiwi.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people in Australia would eat the same stuff. Like the inspiration for Vegemite comes from Marmite, which is a British bread. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure any of this is actually 100% kiwi.
Okay.
But it's what we grow up eating. It's a mixture of like Australia, Britain, and New Zealand. Now, this, okay, I can tell you this is definitely 100% made in New Zealand. This is a famous L&P drink, lemon and pyroa. And from the name, you can kind of guess what it tastes like. This girl, whoa. This girl does not drink cold drinks. She drinks them at room temperature. And you see the color? It's kind of like a lemony look, right? Try it and let me know what you think.
This is amazing.
Yeah, this is what we grew up drinking. This is like the quintessential Kiwi drink.
I'm going to drink all of it. I was hooked onto this drink on my first trip to New Zealand. And I had lots and lots of L&P and pineapple lumps. Those were my two favorite things on my first trip. And this time I've discovered mint chocolate. So every time I come back to New Zealand, I discover something new. And I just fall in love with it and eat it for the rest of my holiday.